and you're not getting the reaction you want. And so you make a decision to like change some of the messaging or go in there, repost it on the website. You mentioned that that's actually okay, because I was thinking in my head that that's totally taboo, right? Like the messaging's out there, it's imprinted on the people that have signed up, and you can't change the messaging now. But can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so what you can't change are the services you're going to deliver.
Okay.
Okay, because you have what's included, what's not included in there, and the description. But what you can change is the description of the benefits that you're going to do. Okay, and you're not going to be all over the place, but you're going to do some additions too. Now, it's easier to do if you don't have any signups, but you can also send an email out to people who've already signed up to say, hey, I'm updating the website. I'm going to put some additions on there. Do an explanation. These people, you're going to get everything that I talked about. We're not deleting anything, but I'm just changing the messaging to speak more clearly to people. Okay. Because it shouldn't be way off, because you're still talking to the same ideal client avatar, but you're going to focus on different areas. This mainly comes in the pain points you're going to discuss and the benefits. This is where we're mostly talking about. You're not changing the venue. You're not changing
Mhm.
the cuisine, changing the language you do in your pain points and benefits. And that's the marketing language that you write. Like in the course, you're going to develop your ideal client avatar description of exactly who that person is and uh, what they want and what their pain points are. That's a marketing term. So that's their needs, wants, desires, issues that they want help with. Okay. So you're going to focus on different pain points in the description. And then in the course, we have you go one step further, which I think is the important part is we take your description of those things for your ideal client avatar, and we take it through a process to write the copy for those things. Cause that's the meat of your message that impacts them into buying. So
Right.
you're going to tweak that. And so that part is fine.
So speaking to the avatar concept, which I totally have honed in, but I feel like, does the avatar change for the retreat? Like, you don't have just one avatar for all of your retreats. Like I do wellness retreats, and then I do creative retreats that tap into like painting or writing or something like that. And they're kind of different avatars, I feel like. Is that, am I
Yes.
right in my thinking there?
Yes, you're exactly right. If you
Okay.
have a different retreat that you're doing with a different topic, you have
Hmm.
you have a different avatar, and you need to redesign your avatar from front to back.
Okay. And so if I'm changing the pain points midstream on this writer's retreat, which Leo was helping me with last week, um, changing it sort of midstream to different pain points, is that not like changing my avatar midstream? Or
No, because you're still writing to the same avatar, but
okay.
you've honed in on what's important to them.
Okay.
Okay. Because if you've done a description of your ideal client avatar,
Mhm.
and you've identified what they're looking for on your retreat. Now, this is a writing retreat, right? And you know what they're looking
Mhm.
for. Okay. But did you write the language that communicates it effectively? And did you highlight the most important things that they're looking for in your benefits section?
Yeah. And so I think for me, one of my mistakes on this has been not identifying the avatar for this retreat, because he's different than the painting retreat and the wellness retreat. And so I just kind of was thinking I'd tap into my existing email list and client list. And of course they're going to love writing, right? With this author, but it's not happening.
No, no. And if it's not going that way, now you're finding out it's like, oh, I'm speaking to the wrong audience.
Right. And then the partner, the author, I thought, well, her audience will respond to it. And she wasn't involved in the messaging or the sales page. She was just like, you just do what you do. And anyway, lots of lessons learned on this one.
Yeah, right. And then you have to find out who is our audience.
All right.
Because you need to know that as well. Let me look, because I would say, from my point of view, now look, I look at hundreds of our course members' ideal client avatars every year. Hundreds. Doing this for 7 years. So when all these things come up, I think, well, yeah, you partnered with somebody, but who's their avatar that they're marketing to? Let me look at their marketing material. Let me ask her a bunch of questions. Let me have her fill out the questionnaire with the answers of who our ideal client is. So I was like, oh,
Mm,
she's got this specific niche of people interested in writing, because there's niches within all those things, and you want
hmm
to know those things. The more you can niche down and really identify and granular in that, way more successful you will be.